In a rare and unexpected interview, James Duggar, best known as the eldest son of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar from the long-running TLC reality series *19 Kids and Counting*, has opened up about a shocking revelation that has sent waves through both his family and the public. The interview, conducted in a quiet setting away from the usual media frenzy, provided an intimate look at a man who has largely remained out of the spotlight despite his famous upbringing. Unlike his younger siblings, many of whom have maintained active public personas through television, social media, or business ventures, James has led a relatively private life since stepping back from the show. However, this recent conversation has thrust him into the center of a growing controversy, making it one of the most significant moments in the Duggar family's already turbulent history. The circumstances surrounding the interview were unusual. James had not granted a sit-down with any major outlet in years, making this conversation all the more surprising. His decision to speak out now raises questions about what prompted him to break his silence after so long. Was it a desire for redemption, a need to set the record straight, or perhaps something else entirely? Regardless of his motivations, the content of the discussion is undeniably explosive. While the Duggar name has been linked to scandal before, most notably involving James' younger brother Josh Duggar, the possibility of another revelation from an older sibling adds a new layer to the family's legacy. As details emerge, the implications of James' confession could reshape how the public perceives the once-beloved reality TV dynasty. As the interview unfolded, James Duggar revealed a deeply personal and troubling chapter from his past, one that involved illegal activity during his teenage years. Sitting across from the interviewer with a composed but visibly emotional demeanor, he admitted to engaging in underage possession of alcohol, reckless driving, and, most shockingly, involvement in a minor theft incident. Though none of these offenses escalated to violent crimes, their illegality and the context in which they occurred make them particularly striking coming from someone raised in a household that publicly championed strict moral values. James spoke candidly about the pressures of growing up in the spotlight, explaining that the constant scrutiny made him feel trapped and rebellious. He described how, despite being raised in a conservative Christian home where discipline was paramount, he occasionally acted out in ways that contradicted the family's carefully curated image. His tone throughout the confession was neither defensive nor dismissive. Instead, he acknowledged his past mistakes with a sense of regret and accountability. "I made choices I'm not proud of," he admitted, choosing his words carefully. "I know that doesn't excuse anything, but I think a lot of my actions were driven by feeling like I had to live up to expectations I didn't fully agree with." This sentiment hints at a deeper internal struggle between personal identity and the rigid structure of his upbringing. While James did not elaborate on whether his parents were aware of these incidents at the time, his willingness to discuss them publicly suggests a turning point in his journey toward self-acceptance and transparency. James Duggar's revelations have inevitably reignited discussions about the Duggar family's public persona and the stark contrast between their outwardly wholesome image and the personal struggles they have faced over the years. For decades, the family was presented as a model of conservative Christian values, with their reality show serving as both entertainment and a platform for promoting their lifestyle. However, this carefully constructed image has been repeatedly challenged by scandals, beginning with Josh Duggar's past molestation allegations and later his conviction for possessing child pornography. Now, James' admission of illegal behavior during his youth further complicates the narrative, raising questions about the pressures of growing up under intense public scrutiny and the toll it may have taken on the family members. This latest revelation could shift public perception of the Duggars in several ways. For some, it may humanize them, offering a glimpse into the difficulties of navigating adolescence in a highly visible environment. Others may view it as yet another crack in the foundation of their once pristine reputation. The family has long been criticized for appearing judgmental while concealing their own missteps, and James' confession could fuel those arguments. Additionally, given the Duggars' continued influence within certain conservative Christian circles, this disclosure may prompt renewed debates about accountability, forgiveness, and the complexities of maintaining a public moral stance while dealing with private imperfections. The response to James Duggar's interview has been swift and polarized, with social media platforms erupting in discussion within hours of the news breaking. On Twitter, hashtags such as Duggar Revelation and James Confession quickly trended, drawing reactions from longtime fans of the family, critics, and curious onlookers alike. Some supporters expressed empathy, acknowledging the challenges of growing up in a high-pressure, highly scrutinized environment. One fan wrote, "We all make mistakes when we're young. Glad he's owning up to it," while others took a harsher stance, arguing that the family's repeated controversies undermine their credibility. Another Duggar scandal. Shocking, one user sarcastically remarked, reflecting a broader skepticism toward the family's public image. Media outlets have also seized upon the story, with headlines ranging from sympathetic takes focusing on James' personal growth to more critical analyses questioning whether this revelation fits into a larger pattern of hidden transgressions. Conservative commentators have debated whether James' past actions should be viewed as youthful indiscretions or as evidence of a deeper issue within the family dynamic. Meanwhile, progressive voices have used the opportunity to highlight the perceived hypocrisy of a family that built its brand on moral superiority while allegedly concealing problematic behavior. The interview's timing, coming amid ongoing legal troubles for Josh Duggar, has only intensified speculation about what other secrets might still be buried within the Duggar family history. With his past now exposed, James Duggar faces an uncertain future, both personally and publicly. In the immediate aftermath of the interview, speculation abounds regarding how this revelation will affect his relationships, career, and standing within the conservative Christian community. Given his previously low-profile existence compared to his siblings, there is little indication of any direct legal consequences stemming from his admissions, as the alleged incidents occurred years ago. However, the reputational impact remains to be seen. If he chooses to continue speaking openly about his experiences, he may find himself drawn further into the public eye, either as a figure seeking redemption or as a cautionary tale about the pressures of growing up in a reality TV family. Beyond personal ramifications, James' confession could have broader implications for the Duggar family's legacy. With Josh Duggar currently facing legal repercussions for past misconduct, James' revelations add another layer of complexity to the family's narrative. Whether this leads to increased scrutiny, further disclosures from other family members, or a collective effort to move beyond past mistakes remains unclear. Ultimately, James' decision to come forward may serve as a turning point, not just for himself, but potentially for the entire Duggar family dynamic moving forward. Jana Duggar, born on December 19, 1997, is the sixth child in the famous Duggar family, known for their reality television show *19 Kids and Counting*. Raised in a conservative Christian household with strong family values, Jana grew up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, instilled in their children traditional beliefs regarding relationships, courtship, and marriage. The Duggars' approach to dating was highly structured. Dating typically began later than average, often after the age of 20, and was expected to follow strict guidelines rooted in faith. Relationships were usually introduced to the entire family early on, and couples were encouraged to move toward engagement relatively quickly if they felt they were compatible. This upbringing shaped Jana's perspective on romance, making any personal relationship she pursued a matter of public interest due to her family's media presence. Despite the intense scrutiny that came with being part of a well-known family, Jayna maintained a relatively private life compared to some of her siblings who became more prominent figures on the show. However, when details about her romantic life did emerge, they sparked considerable attention from fans and media outlets alike. Her early experiences with relationships followed the typical pattern seen among other Duggar children, meeting someone within their religious or social circles and gradually building a connection under the guidance of family expectations. These formative experiences played a significant role in how Jayna approached love, ultimately leading to her eventual relationship with Stephen Wisman. Jayna Duggar and Stephen Wisman first connected in 2015 when they met through mutual friends at a church event. At the time, both were in their late teens, and their initial interactions were casual, centered around shared interests and a common faith-based background. As they spent more time together, their bond strengthened, and by the summer of 2016, they had begun a romantic relationship. Their connection appeared genuine, built on mutual respect and aligned values, which resonated with the Duggar family's traditional approach to courtship. Their relationship quickly became a topic of discussion among fans of the Duggar family, especially since Jayna had previously kept her personal life largely out of the spotlight. Unlike some of her siblings, whose relationships had been publicly documented through the family's reality TV show, Jayna's romance with Stephen unfolded away from the cameras, adding an air of privacy and intrigue. While the couple did not make many public appearances together, their occasional social media posts and subtle hints of affection fueled speculation about the seriousness of their relationship. However, despite the promising start, Jayna and Stephen eventually decided to go their separate ways. Reports suggested that their breakup occurred sometime in early 2018, though neither party publicly confirmed the exact reason. Some speculated that growing apart naturally played a role, while others believed external pressures, including the expectations that came with Jayna's public persona, may have contributed to the split. Regardless of the cause, their initial romance left a lasting impression, setting the stage for their future reunion. After their initial breakup, Jayna and Stephen remained on good terms, but drifted apart as they each focused on their personal growth and individual paths. However, fate had other plans, and circumstances led them back into each other's lives. According to reports, their reconnection began through casual conversations online, reigniting the familiarity and comfort they once shared. Over time, these exchanges turned into more frequent communication, allowing them to reflect on their past relationship and recognize the strong foundation they had built together. As they rekindled their friendship, Jayna and Stephen found themselves drawn to each other once again, appreciating the qualities that had initially brought them together. Their renewed connection was marked by a deeper understanding of one another, having both matured since their first relationship. By early 2019, it became evident to those close to them that their bond was strengthening, and by mid-2019, they officially got back together. While they kept much of their reconciliation private, subtle changes in their social media activity and occasional joint appearances hinted at their renewed commitment. Fans of the Duggar family quickly noticed the shift, sparking widespread speculation about their relationship status. Though neither Jayna nor Stephen made an official public announcement, their body language and increased presence together confirmed what many had hoped, that their love story was far from over. The news of Jayna Duggar and Stephen Wisman's rekindled romance quickly spread across social media and entertainment news platforms, drawing strong reactions from fans and critics alike. Longtime followers of the Duggar family expressed excitement over the couple's reunion, seeing it as a heartwarming second chance at love. Many took to Twitter, Instagram, and fan forums to voice their support, reminiscing about the couple's initial relationship and expressing hope that this time, things would work out for the long term. Some fans even created hashtags and tribute posts celebrating their return as a couple, highlighting their chemistry and shared history. At the same time, the media also picked up on the development, with various celebrity news outlets covering the story. Publications like *Us Weekly*, *People*, and *ET Online* reported on the couple's reconciliation, analyzing the factors that may have led to their decision to reunite. Speculation ran rampant regarding whether Stephen would eventually propose, given the Duggar family's tradition of early engagements. Additionally, some outlets revisited the couple's past breakup, discussing possible reasons behind their initial separation and whether those issues had since been resolved. Despite the positive response from many quarters, there were also more critical voices. Some observers questioned the speed of their reunion, noting that their previous breakup had not been widely discussed before they reconnected. Others raised concerns about the intense public scrutiny that comes with being part of the Duggar family, wondering how it might impact their relationship moving forward. Nevertheless, Jana and Stephen seemed unfazed by outside opinions, focusing instead on rebuilding their bond and navigating their future together. Since reuniting, Jana Duggar and Stephen Wisman have taken steps to build a stronger foundation for their future. Their renewed relationship has been marked by a sense of maturity and stability, with both individuals seemingly more confident in their connection. Unlike their first romance, which developed under the watchful eyes of fans and media speculation, they have opted for a more private approach this time, carefully managing what they share publicly. While they occasionally post affectionate moments on social media, they have largely kept the details of their daily lives together out of the spotlight, allowing their relationship to grow without excessive external pressure. In addition to prioritizing their personal bond, Jana and Stephen have also focused on their individual goals. Jana has continued to engage in ministry work, aligning with her family's deep-rooted faith and commitment to service. Meanwhile, Stephen has pursued his career path, maintaining a lower public profile compared to his high-profile girlfriend. Despite their busy schedules, they have made time for each other, often attending family gatherings and events together, reinforcing their commitment to one another. Rumors about potential engagement discussions have surfaced periodically, fueled by the Duggar family's history of early marriages. However, neither Jana nor Stephen has confirmed any formal plans beyond their current relationship status. What remains clear is their dedication to nurturing their partnership, learning from past experiences, and taking their time to ensure they are fully aligned in their future aspirations. Whether or not marriage is on the horizon, their journey together continues to evolve in a way that reflects both their personal growth and shared values.